Cancer. Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your weekly quick read for the week beginning February the 8th. But before I did that, I just wanted to touch base with all zodiacs to make sure that everyone is aware that unfortunately, many light workers might also be aware that this is happening, but unfortunately in the tarot community, in the light work community, there are illegitimate pages and websites being created to exploit page followers and potential clients. So I just wanted to make everyone aware that, last week there were Facebook messages being sent to page followers, encouraging them to go through a registration process with credit card details. Just wanted to let everyone know, first and foremost, my trading means are always and only through my website, which is my legitimate website, indigo-ascension.com. But unfortunately, it is very easy to create a website to look like a duplicate of another. Same too on Facebook. Okay, a Facebook page is different to a Facebook profile. A Facebook page cannot add friends, and certainly it is not my style to message potential followers or potential clients to let them know of promotions. So if there are legitimate promotions and competitions, I would communicate that widely across all of my social media platforms. So I don't just have an Instagram, I also have a Facebook and I have a YouTube channel as well. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone was mindful of that. And my only trading means, like I said, if you were going to purchase products or services off me, like readings or healings, you can only ever do that at your own choosing through your own booking online on my website, where it's linked to PayPal, where you can securely process credit card transactions that way. I'm not currently running any competitions or seeking credit card details for subscriptions or registrations at this time, so please be mindful. Be very disheartening for me to learn that anyone has been taken advantage of, okay? But if you are in doubt, it is worth following all three of my social media platforms so that you can see if it is a legitimate message or not. But yeah, unfortunately, it's happening quite a lot on Facebook. So I guess the only thing I can do as a business owner is just make everyone aware, okay, of what my trading means are and what is and isn't normal, or what to expect from me. So, all right, my lovely Cancers, I want to do your week ahead reading for the week of February the 8th with this stellium of Aquarian energy that is all touching your 8th house. It goes deep, it goes subconscious, it gets raw and intimate. It is about death and rebirth and all things transformation. So this is definitely happening and simmering below the surface. And in many ways, Cancer, perhaps as of last year at that Jupiter and Saturn conjunction, you knew that deeper stuff was transforming, releasing within you. And I'm going to have to say Cancer risings are experiencing this a lot more significantly, simply because it is your rising sign. It affects your physical reality, yourself, the face you show the world. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Cancer moons and Cancer suns will be experiencing it too on deeper levels, okay? Knowing that that it is time to change, knowing that there are deep changes that need to be made. This also activates the money of other people, okay? So that could be linked to 8th house themes, other people's money that benefit us, whether it is because of wills and inheritance, whether it is because of partners changing fortunes and income, whether it is because of clients' money or donated money or whatever the case may be, investment shares, deep transformations thanks to those sort of things is also another possibility under 8th house transits. You have a new moon in Aquarius as well as Venus entering Aquarius now. So there's been this slow build up to this stellium of Aquarius energy for you guys, Cancer, all impacting your 8th house, okay? So that you could be rocking that, you could be riding that, you could be sort of drowning in it. So take it however it resonates. I want to take a look at a past, present, future theme, because that conjunction at on December 21 on solstice with Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius kicked off a theme. So let's take a look at the past in that regard. Let's look at where you are now with this new moon in Aquarius, along with Venus in Aquarius activating. Let's take a look at the bigger story here, because Saturn stays in Aquarius until 2023. We are all being pushed to fundamentally shift and change outside of our comfort zone. So if we're going to continue to do the same old, the more and more pressure we're experiencing in Aquarian energy, the more and more we'll know that this is getting really uncomfortable. Aquarius wants to take us into the higher mind. It needs us. It requires us to need to embrace cognitive dissonance. We all know cognitive dissonance can be extremely uncomfortable because it's what I've always known, what I've always done, where I'm safe. Yeah, outside of my safety zone is this massive unknown, but in little ways and in big ways we can really invite that energy into our life, and that's what Aquarius wants for us. Okay, there's this stark love relationship energy because of Venus. Now, you know, it's one thing to think something, it's another thing to say something, another thing quite again to act on something. We're watching how these things are all sort of merging and blending and really getting raw and real with ourselves in many ways. Aquarius is all about the greater good. Okay, so take that however it resonates. For many Cancers, you could literally be experiencing any of those 8th house themes. Alrighty, let's take a look at your tarot cards, my friend. As far as last year, there was this call to home and hearth. What makes me feel like home? Who makes me feel like home? What is home for me? What do I want to nurture? Okay, if I'm embracing this Four of Wands energy, it's about this new beginning, these foundations for the future, this 4 pillars as far as what's important to me. Okay, home, this concept of home doesn't have to just be the 2 eyes and 2 arms. It is also the 4 walls, whether at home, whether my career path. Okay, maybe I was drawn back into childhood. Maybe there were themes around a key relationship, which naturally activates 8th house matters, which is all about intimacy, you know, connection and going deep as far as, you know, my desires moving forward, my beliefs in the past, where things are at. So building new foundations, okay, and really identifying this concept of 4 of Wands energy. Where you guys currently at? Many Cancerians are dealing with clearing the shadows, or you subsequently could be dealing with a deeply committed connection. Okay, the Devil card also symbolizes things like mortgages, okay, because it's not just a 5-year loan, it's a 30-year loan. It is a long-term commitment. It is a devotion, okay, regardless of circumstances. Marriage-like commitment, a commitment that will go the distance. I'm deeply committed to this person, to this circumstance, to creating this energy in my life. Take it however it resonates. Or I could also look at this, Cancer, is when I'm looking at home and hearth, what is toxic that needs to be cleared? There's a new moon in Aquarius here, okay, after a time of heavy Capricorn placements. What you have known to date, as far as all of, like Saturn in Aquarius, okay, sorry, Saturn in Capricorn and then Saturn moving into Aquarius, is very different energies. Like, I feel also this possibility is many Cancerians clearing that which gets in the way, okay? It's shadow stuff. And make no mistake, with all of the Capricorn stuff last year, it really was spearheading 7th house energies for you. Whenever Capricorn experienced something, that was happening in your 7th house, the house of partnerships. We're now talking about all this Aquarian energy in your 8th house as far as deep transformation, sex, death, and rebirth. What part of you, beliefs, realities, yourself needs to die in order to develop a new sense of home and hearth? What has been toxic, what is toxic and cannot be taken with you as far as into the future? Your beliefs, your fears, old ways of seeing, believing, knowing, you know, so that you could deeply devote to new paths as well, is what I do want to say. Because look at this, the 10 of Cups in the future, there is no negotiation. Look, when I see the Devil card in between the 4 of Wands and the 10 of Cups, I do not want to romanticize bad behaviors or toxic connections or codependencies, but when I see these together, this is like a ride or die connection, okay, for better or worse. All right, but again, it is about knowing self and clearly identifying boundaries so we know where our values therein lies, what boundaries need to be respected. It's not about excusing toxic behaviors, toxic actions of others, okay? But when I see the Devil card in the middle of the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups, this is about deep devotion. For better or worse, okay? Through the good times and the bad, okay? And we're here, we're together, in it for the long haul. There's a lot of deep transformative stuff happening for you guys with 8th house energies, all right? You might be connected into another water sign. You might be connected into a Capricorn. You might have these placements within your chart. You might have fire placements in your chart, all right? Underneath the deck, you've got the Page of Cups. There's a new love offer. There is a new way to experience love. Maybe children are involved in one way or another. I'm going to even rewind you guys back to Capricorn season, which has just closed. And I think many of you are. In order to get to here, it's about getting raw and real, going deep in 8th house energies to ask yourself, what does emotional fulfillment mean? So what was it that was ultimately toxic that needed to be cleared as far as fears, beliefs? This is, God, you've got the Death card on the bottom of the card while you guys are processing. You're processing old fears, okay? That's where the metamorphosis is happening with all this 8th house energies. You are strongly invited to make the most of all these Aquarian placements in your 8th house, okay? There is a stellium of Aquarian placements, a lot of planets in Aquarius, which is activating third eye and crown chakra stuff. It's inviting you into the realms of the imagination. So stay focused on where you want to go, Cancer. And that will always make you feel at home. It is your emotional fulfillment, equal reciprocity, a complete lack of toxicity. Okay, toxicity is not putting boundaries down. Toxicity can be imbalance. Toxicity can be not following your intuition, not following your heart, closing yourself off, you know, like you'll know in yourself, Cancer. Okay, it's about following the higher vision. We do not get our dreams and visions without them being right for us. You wouldn't see it if it wasn't for you. All right, so that is unique for us all. There you go, Cancer. Powerful, powerful reading. That was your quick read for the week beginning February the 8th. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by heading above to the Indigo Ascension shop link on Instagram. But if you're watching this on YouTube, you can find all of those details below in the description box. Until next week, my friend, please do like, share, subscribe too, and let your other empath and intuitive friends know where to find the channel. Take care.